You proved them all wrong. Now they're shocked. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. You proved them all wrong. And now they're shocked. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say I had the answers all along. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I had the answers all along. You know the sweetest part about proving people wrong? It's the fact that they counted you out, but you showed them why they should have counted you in. Okay? And what that means is that everybody who laughed, talked about you, slandered you, mocked you, made you feel like the new ideas you had was dumb, made you feel like the new thing you was trying to do was a bad endeavor, the whole nine, y'all. But it just tastes better when you prove everybody wrong and they have no choice but to see it, watch it, view it. It's all on the big screen. Yeah, you proved them wrong. And so oftentimes, y'all, when you prove a person wrong, you're going to meet two types of individuals. Two types of people, y'all. One is the stubborn one. The one who would never tell you that you were right. The one who would never tell you that they were wrong. The one who would never admit it. And then you meet the other one, y'all, who's going to be shocked, right? They'll give you your props. They'll give you your credit. They'll let you know. But they're going to be so shocked. But that lets you know exactly how they seen you from the jump. Anytime a person is shocked that you was able to accomplish something, build something, make something happen, shows you and tells you that they were underestimating you from the jump. They didn't think you were qualified. They didn't think you would last. They didn't think you were talented. They didn't think that you were gifted, right? Until you proved them wrong, that you could stay on the job, that you could build a business, that you could do social media and actually last and become successful. That you were more than just a fad, but you was a person who was in it for longevity. Yeah. And so that's something that we're going to speak about within this video, y'all. But y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And yes, y'all see me right here in the famous living room, okay? In front of the legendary gray couch. Anytime I'm in front of the legendary gray couch, something legendary gonna be said, y'all, and that's just how that go. And yes, family, this is a later post, all right? I went to Muay Thai today and spar, right? So it wasn't class, but it was sparring. So I sparred probably 10 to 12 times, 3 rounds of pop, right? I want to say 3 rounds of pop. And man, it's very tiring, y'all. So I just kind of chilled for a little bit, got me a little rest and said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and still give the fam the downloads that I had, right? Obviously, y'all, I look like Tyrone, okay? I look like my name is Tyrone right now. Like I just got out of prison from doing 5 to 10 and I'm looking to take somebody lunch money. I get it, y'all. But the fact of the matter is, I just got my haircut, so I'm trying to keep it up, all right? You know, haircuts they not cheap these days, y'all. They get expensive. I'm going to be honest, y'all. They trying to charge people $200 for haircuts. I remember back, y'all, and I'm talking like I'm 50 years old, but I remember, y'all, when haircuts cost $5. Then it went to $7. Then it went to $10. And we was like, hey, hold on, y'all. Okay, keep it at 10. Then it went to 15. Then it went to 20. Then it went to 25. And all of a sudden, y'all, it's 50, 60, 100, $1,000 now for a cut. Okay? But with that being said, y'all, I'm just giving y'all a little bit about what's going on with me, all right? Y'all drop in the comments and let me know how y'all feeling, how y'all doing today. But let's go ahead and get directly into this divine and powerful video, all right? First thing is first, y'all. Number one, your talent outlasted the doubt, all right? Your talent outlasted the doubt. This is how you know you proved them wrong. And this is why they are shocked, y'all. Because your talent outlasted the doubt. Y'all remember the song Tootsie Roll, right? Let me see your Tootsie Roll. I know y'all know it, okay? And then if you look at the body of work that Jay-Z has produced, it's 2 different eras. I get it. But one lasted and the other one didn't. Maybe they had a few other songs after that, but we don't even know their name. And for those who know their name, maybe that was literally your error, or maybe you was just a fan of them and you followed them. But for the mass majority of the world, ain't nobody checking for the people who made the song Tootsie Roll. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. But guess what? Jay-Z has other endeavors in business. He's built things, in other areas, in other fields and industries. He got multiple albums, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint. I mean, he got a whole bunch of things that he's working on. Had artists and then top singles in the later years, right? The difference is, y'all, one person's talent was a fad. It was like just for the moment, just for the era. The other person's talent outlasted the doubt. Because here's the thing, y'all. When you do something great, when you do something that's powerful, gifted, when you are in the spotlight, period, okay, people are looking for your downfall. Therefore, they're going to always give you some type of doubt. Have y'all ever noticed every time a director drop a movie, they can't wait to criticize it before the movie even come out? They can't wait to ridicule it before the movie even comes out. They haven't even seen the movie, but they already talking about, well, I hope this is not wrong with the movie, and I hope that is not wrong with the movie, and hopefully they did this. And it's like, wait, y'all already got doubt. And then once it make it through, everybody don't got nothing to say. Nobody have nothing to say. Everybody is closed mouth, right? But that's how you know that you proved them wrong. And they're shocked. You know why, y'all? Because your talent outlasted the doubt. Drake said it best, family. He said things get kinky after 15 years of dominance, right? Things get kinky after 15 years of dominance. And that's the truth, y'all, right? And speaking of Drake, think about the guys from Franchise Boys. They made MIYT. Yeah, they had some bangers after that, but they didn't last. But versus them against Drake, he dominated for years. So that's bringing it right back to your situation, y'all. Your talent outlasted the doubt. Understand that. This is how you know you proved them all wrong and they are shocked. Number two, they stopped debating. All right? They stopped debating. You know how some people try to argue you down? How some people try to state their, feelings. They're not logical. They're all emotion. You know how some people try to, argue you down, right? Knowing that they're wrong, knowing that they're just only emotional, but somehow you still shut them down. You know how you shut them down? It's because it's facts over feelings, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Facts over feelings. It is facts over feelings, y'all. Anytime you start, stating facts, they're going to stop debating with you, right? Because their actual mind is going to let them know that, hey, this brother know his stuff. This sister know her stuff. There's no way of beating them, right? If you go to the numbers, if you look at the statistics, we can't lie against that, especially credible sources, all right? Especially credible sources. Somebody drop in the comments and say, check your sources. You always want to check your sources, but when they are credible, y'all, they can't stop you. It's almost like the cop who pulls over a person who knows their rights, right? They're not being, disobedient. They're not being irate. They're not being belligerent. They're just spitting the facts and they're just spitting out their, I can't think of the word, y'all. Their rights. There we go. Okay? They're just shouting out their rights. They're not yelling. They're just saying, hey, well, this is my right. I'm able to say this, do this. I want this. I want to exercise my right for silence. I mean, whatever the case is. You know what, y'all? That officer is not going to debate. Because number one, they already have a police cam. And then number two, what the citizen is saying is not wrong. It's actually true. So the point is, y'all, when you happen to be the person, right, who's been pulled over by the cop, you know your rights. You know what to say. You know what you can't say. You know what not to say. You know how to handle the business. Therefore, y'all, people are going to stop debating with you because it's facts over feelings. Whenever you begin to throw out those statistics, whenever you begin to throw out those facts, people are going to get in their feelings, but they're going to stop debating with you because they know you ain't no joke and you did your research, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I did the work. Number three, y'all, it's going to be this right here. They become frustrated and angry, all right? They become frustrated and angry. You got to think about it, y'all. This is when A situation, starts from a conversation, right? It's a basic conversation. Ain't nobody cussing, ain't nobody yelling, ain't nobody trying to, show somebody up. It's a basic conversation. But then it goes into a confrontation, right? Because somebody probably have gotten, offended. Maybe somebody said something in a tone, or maybe a person is just throwing out straight up facts, okay? When a person is throwing up straight up facts, it's hard to accept the truth. Somebody drop in the comments and say the truth hurts. That's a fact. And then it goes from that confrontation to argumentation. So now we're not just having a bold conversation no more. Now we're starting to argue. I'm not listening to you because I can't wait to respond. And you're not listening to me because you can't wait to respond. We're having a verbal warfare. That's what's going on. But then y'all know what's next after argumentation, right? It's going to turn into a physical situation. Whether that is a person putting hands on somebody, right? A person pulling out a weapon, a gun, a knife, whatever the case is, y'all. But this is what happens when people become frustrated and angry. They can't stop the facts. They can't stop the statistics. They can't stop your experience and what you've actually done. So you know what happens, y'all? They get frustrated. They get angry. They turn into weapons. They turn to physical warfare. They turn to verbal warfare. Now, I want to put hands on you because you've proved them all wrong. And you got to understand something, y'all. They're going to be shocked. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 4 is going to be this right here, family. Your inner validation, all right? Your inner validation. This right here is going to always be key for me. You know why, y'all? When you can find peace within yourself about a situation, you're going to eventually prove them wrong anyway, right? When you can find happiness within yourself about a situation, you don't care about the external thoughts of other individuals or people. Let me break this down for you, y'all. Let's just say people are trying to argue you down or argue somebody else down about you that you're not beautiful, right? For my guys, handsome. But let's just say they're saying that you ain't beautiful. Now you know you beautiful. You done been on In Vogue magazine. You've been the homecoming queen, the prom queen. You've gotten all type of, not accomplishments, but compliments. I mean, you've been the main attraction in a lot of rooms. You know that you're beautiful. You know you handsome. But when people are trying to prove somebody else wrong, when you have that inner validation about yourself, you already know that what they're saying does not matter. It don't affect me because I know who I am. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I know who I am. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I know who I am. That's very important, okay? You got to understand something, y'all. Even when it comes to knowing that you would graduate, right? Let's just say you went into truck driving school, you went to college, right? You knew that you would graduate, but everybody else thought that you wouldn't. Everybody else thought that you were incapable. Everybody else thought that you were a bad seed or a bad child. Look who graduated. You see what I'm saying, y'all? When you prove people wrong, they're going to be shocked. You know why? Because you have that inner validation. You like, look, I get it. Y'all think I'm a mess up. I understand I gave y'all the satisfactory before. I understand y'all ain't never seen me do this by myself. I understand y'all ain't never seen me leave my hometown. I get it. Y'all have never seen me do the unthinkable. Watch me. Watch me. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Watch me. When you got that inner validation, it's like you can see it before it happened. You already knew. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here, y'all. This is how you know you proved them all wrong, and they're all shocked, all right? They admit it, okay? They admit it. Some people are not stubborn, y'all. Some people don't mind admitting that they were wrong. Some people do not mind admitting that, hey, you know what? I got to step my game up. You know what? That was my bad. Some people don't mind taking accountability in short, all right? You know, y'all, this reminds me of the child who has run away. All right, they ran away from home. Home is too strict. I'm not talking about the homes where, the song that Ludacris and Mary J. Blige had made, the Runaway Child or Runaway Love or something like that. And, they were going through straight abusive homes, domestic violence. I'm not talking about those homes, right? Because, you know, a child's mind is not, or a person's mind, a man's mind is not fully developed until they're 25, right? Their frontal lobe cortex. This is facts, right? So most children don't have a full developed brain. And so if things happen, they do it and don't know literally why they did it, right? So yeah, y'all look that up. The frontal lobe cortex. That's a fact. But I'm talking about healthy homes. I'm talking about homes that actually, you know, they're hands-on with the kids. They are taking them on trips. They feed them good. They give them privileges. I'm talking about healthy homes, okay? And they decide to want to run away because they can't go to the concert to go see Chris Brown. They can't go to the concert to go see Sexy Red. They can't go to the movies or whatever, right? And they want to run away, okay? And let's just say the parents say, you know what? Go ahead, run away. By the way, you get in trouble for running away as well, right? Kids get in trouble for running away. So if you are a kid watching this, please don't run away from home because you get in trouble. It's against the law for a child to run away. How do I know this? I was really contemplating it, and they put me on game. But sticking to the point, y'all, that child who run away, they go out there and they realize that ain't nothing but stray dogs, you know, people who trying to take advantage of you, the streets, policemen who's ready to knock you off or put you in jail, you know, women who you can't trust, guys who's trying to take advantage of you. I mean, they realize that the streets don't love nobody, so where do they come back to? I'll wait. They come back home. And they have to admit that, you know what, I was wrong, you were right. I'm sorry. I love you, I had it great here, but I just could not see it, right? And a part of that is because their frontal lobe cortex is not fully developed. However, y'all, this still proves the point. Anytime you prove them wrong, y'all, they're going to be shocked. And the thing that they're going to do, y'all, is admit it. They're going to admit it. They have no choice. You know why they have no choice? Because the proof is in the pudding. All right? Sometimes people have to experience life, experience a situation, experience a person, a relationship, you know, whatever, before they actually get it. Some people actually have to bump their head before they realize that, oh, that hurts. I know it seems like common sense, y'all, but some people, they learn different, all right? They learn different. But with that being said, y'all, that's going to be today's video. Again, you proved them all wrong, and now they're all shocked, all right? As a quick recap, y'all, number one, your talent outlasted the doubt. Number two, they stopped debating. Number three, they become frustrated and angry. Number four, inner validation. And number five, y'all, they admit it, all right? With that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Make sure you go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Y'all can get you a book a one-on-one session with your boy, or y'all can check out any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts. All the links will be on my YouTube channel. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.